All right, man. Looks like the Detroit Pistons, if it becomes official, is going to make Monty Williams the highest paid coach in the National Basketball Associations. But let's speak on it. And also, here's some more information that came out about his deal. Let's kind of get to that first. Apparently, his deal could be worth around $100 million, man. Um, Yeah, they saying this deal could be worth $100 million with incentives. So I think it was important for them to lock this in because of the draft. You know what I'm saying? I think this is important to lock this in because of the draft. I say it again in my Dr. Umar voice. I think this was important for them to lock this in because of the draft. Because he got to get a say so what he need. And then also another critical point about him becoming a new head coach of the Detroit Pistons is that maybe now he can kind of get you some influence in getting Cam Johnson to come here or getting Mikal Bridges to come here. Some people saying Shamit and guys like that. So maybe that can give you a little bit of eyesight on a little bit of inside of a track. And those guys usually love playing for Monty Williams. Now, Chris Paul in there to help Cade Cunningham and Ivy, grow what they need to grow. I can see that. And I can also see Chris Paul wanting to run a team from a general manager. Also can see Chris Paul, kind of working on Monty coaching staff when he's done and then being the head coach. He got a great rapport with a lot of the higher ups in the National Basketball Association, but I'm not going to go into that. But check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the link tree. You can find me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate everybody supporting the channel. So yeah, his deal could be worth north of $100 million. So you see it right here. It says NBA culture search. Pistons Monty Williams agreed to deal that's worth up to $100 million. Per report, Williams was let go by Phoenix Suns after disappointing playoff exit. Now apparently he's found a home in Detroit. After being fired by the Phoenix Suns after disappointing playoff exit, Monty Williams is set to become the new head coach of Detroit Pistons. Williams was signed a 6-year, $72 million. Now, apparently, that's not true neither. That the contract is really worth 78 point something $1 million. That sounds like that's kind of what the base salary is. So I'll get to that in a second. All right. But Detroit, with Detroit, that could reach up to 8 years, 100 million with incentives, according to Shams and James Edwards of the Athletic. Adrian Wojnarowski knows that the deal is the largest for a head coach in NBA history. In recent days, rumors began circulating the Pistons were prepared to offer Williams a deal in the range of 10 per year, and annual value significantly exceeds that. Williams now becomes one of the league's highest paid coaches. He is the highest paid coach. He's still owed over $20 million over the next 3 years from Phoenix, who parted ways with Williams after 4 years earlier this month. Williams had reportedly declined an offer from Detroit previously and had indicated to interested teams that he might want to take a year away from coaching, but the Pistons clearly offered an opportunity he couldn't resist. Williams seems like a good fit in Detroit as he had been lauded for building an organizational culture, developing talent in past stops, and that's exactly what the Pistons need at this point in time. They have a young, talented roster. I don't know why they keep putting Darren Wiseman in there. I can see he was the number 1, 2 pick, Darren, whatever. So, I mean, you know, so yeah, I like the hire, bro. You just want to know if his heart was in it, or he just doing it for the money. But he seemed to me a guy that make a pick and he stick with it. He seemed to me as a guy with his integrity, and he only 51 years old, so he ain't super duper old. Um, so he ain't super duper old neither. So, he in the NBA, man, especially, even though the majority of the coaches now are black, I believe you sit out a year, the league can pass you by just that fast. You might not get another opportunity. You see what Kenny Atkinson, I said this last night, did to the Charlotte Hornets last year, which turned out to be a good, move for him because they ain't really do much. Um, you know, and now he didn't get another interview to my knowledge this year. So even though it's a better job, so you got an opportunity at this coaching stuff, you got to take it. You got to take it, and especially you get this type of opportunity. And Tom Coors wanted to put the bag up. So with team options and incentives, this deal, you know, but yeah, I forgot what I just said. But yeah, whatever I just said, I forgot. But yeah, with the with paying them, but these are Tom Gore's move. This what he wanted. This what they went out there and got. Troy Weaver couldn't get nothing better. Tom Gores and senior leadership went out there and did it. You know, so yeah, hopefully get the job done. Hopefully get the job done. Just because you pay somebody a bunch of money, don't mean that they necessarily gonna get the job done. And that's just what it is. you know. But you hope you get the job done. Hope it's hard in it. Um, and I believe it will be. But you sit out a year, you don't know if you ever gonna get another shot again, and then you add this on top of already getting $21 million. I mean, for the most part, he said to retire if you wanted to. So now obviously, they know they're gonna give him some power in the organization. You know that they gonna give him what he want, and really, you gotta ask yourself: is it a wrap for Troy Weaver? Because now he got another person that he ain't get to pick himself, and apparently in the interviews, his people didn't do well, and then also he got the organization in trouble by hiring his homeboy. He got that little case with the old girl. So they could be kind of, not feeling like he responsible enough to have the power to hire people. He could be on the way out. Anytime you put that stain on the organization in the league, especially after Ime Udoka, and you handpick the guy that's your homeboy and he flop, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is. He know what it is. So, they could be, stripping the little power that he do got in the organization. He could be stripping the little power that he do got in the organization. So, but that's something that they got to figure out. Something that they will figure out. But yeah, he according to according to this, who the highest paid coaches now. Monty Williams becomes the highest paid coach, just over Craig Popovich. Damn near $2 full million over Greg Popovich. So let that simmer on your mind like net bone juice, like my boy Country Wayne say. So think about that for a minute. So it's getting serious out here. It's getting real serious. So keep going down the list. Steve Kerr, 9.5, exposure, 8.5, Rick Carlisle. And you notice the top three coaches, four coaches, outside of Monty Williams. And we talked about how the NBA is majority black. They ain't black. Rick Carlisle. So, he becomes the highest paid coach in the league. And, obviously in the top five, he's he's a brother. So brother's the one kind of clocking his money right now until he got what he got. So you gotta salute, Tom Gores. And that's kind of what people been wanting Sheila and Martha and Mr. Ford when he was around. This is kind of what they've been wanting him to do. This is kind of what they've been wanting him to do. This is kind of what they've been wanting him to do. Or them to do. And Sheila kind of taking the initiative and trying to be a little bit more aggressive in her approach, and you got to salute that. So, but yeah, man, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree from Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, just Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace, and we gone.